Welcome to another Trackmania Turbo Trackmaster tutorial. See, I told y'all it wasn't quite in a row. I skipped 15 because 15 is lapsed. This is just a section. So now it's 16, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. So getting into it, this one is actually completely unrolled. So there isn't as much of a stability issue. This one is more about hitting apexes. To start off, again, the air brake thing, I mentioned that, but I'm not very good at that. Not that big of a deal, really. This is more of a deal. This jump's kind of weird. You can kind of take it centered, or you can attempt to turn your car a little bit. If you try to turn your car a little bit to the outside, you can take a better angle into this turn. But generally, if you take any jump in this game off-center, bad things happen. So it's risk versus reward, but you don't have to take that jumping to the outside. You can still do it while stable and get the Trackmaster. No matter how you do it, though, at this point, you want to go ahead and be on the apex of this turn. And then just exit that turn, you don't have to worry about sweeping out too much. Just kind of stay in the middle, really, as you exit, just stay there. Because there's yet another jump. This one actually do decide to turn my car a little bit because it's that much longer of a jump. So it's easier to judge the margin for error because it's just a little steering movement there. A little steering movement on a small jump does more than a big jump just because the big jump there's that much more time in the air. So it's either easier to judge, if that makes sense. There's more time to judge there than just a little bit. So a bigger jump is generally easier to turn in and judge where you're going. And then once you do that, you jump and then you turn into the apex there to start going a little bit out of the apex, a little bit beyond this. Actually, it's a little bit before. It's a little bit beyond. It's a little bit beyond that sign and a little bit before where it goes to more lanes. And then start turning in so that way you get close to that apex. Actually, that's the turn where it's least important to actually hit the apex because it's wall riding here. If you actually hit the apex more for that turn, you're going to hit the wall later on, so therefore you don't actually carry as much speed out. It's sort of kind of just hit the wall for the least amount possible as early as possible, and then that seems to be the best combination to do so. If you hit the wall earlier, you generally stay on it for longer, but this seems to be the best point in which to hit it to get off quickly and still be early enough where you carry more speed off. Another problem with this turn, this is probably the overall hardest turn on a track. And another problem with this turn too is sometimes you bounce off to the point if you hit the next wall. If you do that, just restart. The best method I can say to avoid that is just, again, stability. Turn as least as possible to hit that wall as least as possible so that way you can still carry momentum off and not bounce much. But you still actually do want to hit that wall because it's better than slowing down. It's still quicker that way. So it's risk versus reward, but I did not slow down there. I was full throttle and hit the wall. I'm not going to vouch for trying to slow down and make that turn regularly, because that's not what I did. That's what I did hitting the wall, and that worked. So anyway, next jump, just stable. You don't need to turn in or anything there. There is a bit of a turn in coming up, but it's easily full throttle, and you don't even really have to be on the apex of there, because it's right on the end. Just make sure you get through there full throttle without hitting anything, and then you're good to the line. This course is mainly that one turn in which involves wall riding, and it's not even really much wall riding, though it does have to be done pretty early. Once you get that turn down without hitting anything while still being able to hit it early, then you're good. As long as everything else is full throttle. So anyway, that's Trackmaster again, as with all of these. And as for my overall ranking, it's better than the last one by quite a bit. The last one was a 15th in Kentucky, this one I'm 3rd, so overall better for this one. For me, this one's easier than the previous one I did just because it's all on road. But it all depends on the person. But I will say this, it is all full throttle. So just remember that and then get your lines right and then it's pretty easy. So I hope you all enjoyed this, learned something from it. And as always, yeehaw!